Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Stay Quiche. Today I will be doing an eyebrow tutorial. Everyone likes to ask me what I use on my brows and I am happy to share it. So today, in order to do your brows and get them nice and full and on fleek, as I would say, you're going to need an eyebrow pencil. Normally I use my dip brow by Anastasia, but I'm out of that right now, so I'm going to an alternative. This is an eyelure. If you can see it, it's a nice little pencil, and it has a spoolie on one end, and then it also has the pencil on this end, and it's in the color dark brown. I got this from Ulta. It was about I want to say $9.99. I just got it today. They were actually out of the ebony dip brow. That's what I normally use on my eyebrows, between the ebony and the dark brown. Ebony is a little bit darker than dark brown. I normally use this, and then I have my Anastasia dip brow pen or pencil brush, and it's in the number 12. It has the angled brush on it, if you can see that. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see it, but if you can see that, it's just a little angled brush, and it has a spoolie on the end. So you need those two things. You need a flat brush to conceal underneath of your eyebrows. Some people don't do over and under their eyebrows. I have a habit of doing both. I just feel like it gives you a more sharper look. So I'm going to go ahead with that. And you need a concealer. Sometimes I use this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade of Warm Honey. And sometimes I use Cool Tan. I've gotten on the Cool Tan. It's not that big of a difference, but I'm starting to like this one more. So those are the few things that you're going to need. I haven't put any primer on my face. I have moisturized it. I have on falsies right now. I will be doing an individual eyebrow tutorial sooner or later. Or not eyebrow, eyelash, sorry. So I'm going to try my best to do my eyebrows in the camera. This is going to be the first time I've done this, so you have to bear with me. Alright? So let's get started. So first, you're going to comb them out to get them nice and even. And I don't really have a lot of eyebrow, but I make it work. But I am going through the rough stage where I'm having them grow out and not doing anything to them except for like filling them in. It's terrible. So I'm going to get started. And I start on the bottom brow. And you're just going to outline it. And don't apply a lot of pressure when you're doing this. You don't want them too dark. And I don't have like a big arch in my eyebrows. Some people like that sharp arch. I don't necessarily like that. So I just go with the actual flow of my eyebrow. And they don't particularly have to be neat when you're doing it like this, or when you're drawing them, because you're going to clean it up with concealer anyway. And be very light-handed when you're in the front of your brow. Because you don't want a really blunt look. But just go through and comb them in, and you see how they still have like their naturalness in them. I normally start in the middle, but I just started in the beginning of that one. See, I didn't make that absolutely perfect. But when I use my concealer, I can fix that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my concealer. And I normally just put it right on my hand. Just like this. Just put some right on your hand. And you don't need a whole lot. And you just dip your brush. And make sure your brush is nice and flat. And I always go under first. And don't worry about having too much concealer because you can always clean it up. You're going to blend it in anyways. And this is also the color I use underneath of my eyes for my MK bags, as I would say. And just be nice and flowy and gentle with it. And like I said, you're going to blend it in anyway. Obviously, it's going to be more blended than that, but you get the picture. And I'm just going to go to the next one. I do both of the bottom of the brows first. That way you can kind of see the shape of the other one while you're doing it. And I don't conceal them until after I get them even, because you see how my line goes straight across now? That's how I'll know if my brows are even. So now I'm going to go over top of them with concealer. You just have to be careful that you don't actually get the concealer into the brow that you filled in, because you're going to be upset. You're going to have to redo everything. And I do that a lot. If I'm rushing in the morning, oh, that is a pain in the rear end. Believe me. But you see, it gives you a nice sharp look. So I'm going to flatten my brush and go to the next one. If you get too much concealer, just dab it on your hand. See? And then your lines will match up. It'll look like you have a unibrow, but at least you'll know they're even. And you can just conceal it in the middle. And just go through and clean it up. And if you brought it over too far, you can just easily take your brush. It still has some concealer left. And you can just go just like that. And it erases it just like a pencil eraser. And this one's just a little bit thicker than that one. So I'm just going to thin that out on the bottom. I'm so surprised. This is the first time I've really used a brush like this. I mean, I used the Brow Wiz by Anastasia, but I've never gotten something this cheap. This pencil is actually doing a really good job. Like, I'm really, really impressed. Good job, eyelure. And by the way, if you go to Ulta, all of the eyelure lashes and eyebrow palettes and eyebrow pencils are buy one, get one 50% off. So, that's a good tip for those who love to go beauty supply shopping. And you can just, I'll normally take my beauty blender and blend those in. But that is basically what I do every day with my brows. And it's nice and easy. I mean, you cannot beat it. Like, I love this pencil now. Like, this is going to be my go-to if I can't get a hold of my dip brow. And I'm just going to go through and comb my brows more. and you still have that nice natural look. They don't look really blunt. They're not really thick. I went with, like I said, my natural brow, you know, shape. I don't really have an arch. They're kind of like almost like straight across, a little curve, but I went with whatever I had and I made it work. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment in the comments box. Also leave me a comment, let me know how helpful this video was for you, and if you have any tips for me, please do not hesitate to let me know. And if you have any special requests, I don't mind doing it. All right, thank you, have a great day. Thanks for watching.